Good morning, welcome to CATEX-TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. This is a live broadcast from Princeton, New Jersey. Today is Wednesday, August 5th, 2009. It's 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the U.S. It's 4:30 p.m. in London, 12:30 p.m. in Hamilton, and in Mexico City it's 9:30 a.m. If you need to reach us during the broadcast, you can phone in from the U.S. toll-free at 1-866-67-CATEX. Overseas, our AOL instant mail address is CATEX-TV. On this day in history in 1861, the U.S. federal government, in the midst of increasing expenses as it prepared for the ongoing civil war between North and South, levied an income tax, a federal income tax, for the first time. Today's birthdays: the first man to walk on the moon, Neil Armstrong, is 79. We've got a little reinsurance news that came in since we put the issue to bed. ACE European Group has announced the appointment of Mike Reynolds as its new Chief Financial Officer. Reynolds is joining ACE from Aon Corporation, where he was most recently CFO for Aon Benfield. He's going to be based in Aon London's European headquarters, and he's going to be reporting to Andrew Kendrick, ACE European's chairman and CEO. Now to our main news. Some economic news came out. Automatic data processing employment services said that U.S. jobs, the economy lost 371,000 of them in July. Economists had been predicting a median cut of about 402,000 jobs, so it's a little better than thought. Also coming in was the Institute for Supply Management's report on the services sector, showing that in fact the services sector continues to contract. However, a manufacturing report came out that was good. The Federal Reserve announced that it's going to be offering $75 billion of securities for maturation between 2013 and 2016. The stock market's down about 76 points right now. Some more reinsurer results came in. The first, of course, is Swiss Re. And despite a strong showing by its property casualty business that included a better than expected ratio of 89.5%, Swiss Re fell back into the red, haunted by write-downs. The giant reinsurer warned of more pain to come with its investment in legacy portfolios still exposed to volatility. It confirmed the closure as well of 14 of its 73 offices in the quarter as it consolidates support functions in regional hubs. So Swiss Re posted a loss of about $359 million US for the second quarter, after reporting mark-to-market losses of 1.1 billion Swiss francs on hedges of corporate bonds, 600 million Swiss francs in impairments on securitized products, and 431 million Swiss francs on credit spreads regarding Swiss Re's liabilities. Ouch. From Paris, news comes that AXA saw its net earnings drop by 38% year-on-year in the first half of 2009, down to 1.8 billion US, due mainly to lower assets under management in its life and asset management portfolio. AXA did point out that the results marked an improvement from the second half of 2008, during which AXA had suffered a $1.2 billion net loss. And Marsh Mac posted a second quarter loss on the sale of Kroll, and this is sort of an interesting story. You get competing views on it. It's either viewed as a good report or a bad report, so we'll just try to give you the number. Marsh swung to a second quarter loss on the effects of divestiture as they continue to see weakness at its consulting business. Revenue did miss expectations. Brian Duperreault, the CEO, said results for the company's risk and insurance services were very good and that the company performed well as a whole. They posted a loss of $193 million, or 37 cents a share, compared with a year earlier income of $65 million, or 12 cents a share. Excluding the Kroll divestiture, earnings fell to 33 cents from 39 cents. Revenue decreased down to $2.63 billion. That was a 13% dip. Analysts had been expecting earnings of 32%. They actually met that. They exceeded it by a penny, but the revenue that analysts had been looking for was $2.76 billion, and they came in at $2.63 billion. However, As Mr. Dupereau said, the Risk and Insurance Division did pretty well. Carpenter posted a 31% profit increase on substantially improved performance. So kudos to Carpenter at least. We have interviewed J. Robert Hunter, Bob Hunter, in the past, the former Texas Insurance Commissioner, and is now the Director of Insurance at the Consumer Federation of America. Mr. Hunter has been watching the recent announcement by Arthur J. Gallagher out in Itasca, Illinois, that they were going to resume the practice of contingent commissions. He has an opinion. He's criticizing the decision of the Illinois Insurance Department to allow Gallagher to do that. He said transparency is not enough to curb the potential for conflict of interest. He went on to say that he's very disappointed in the decision of the department to permit Gallagher to once again collect contingent commissions. He said, quote, "We were very pleased when it appeared that contingent commissions were on their way out because we think there is an inherent conflict between consumers, whether they're businesses or regular consumers, that we try to protect because it sets up the intermediary in opposition to his client." Gallagher announced last week that the Illinois Attorney General and the Insurance Department had agreed to allow the firm to once again charge collective contingent commissions beginning October 1. The stock market's still down about 74 points. We'll go to a word from our sponsors. It is August 5th, and that is usually hurricane season, and we have some news of a hurricane, but it's in the Pacific. In checking this to get this picture here, we'll discuss Felicia in a second. We happened to glance over into the Atlantic, which is where most of the destructive hurricanes emanate from. It was a complete clean sheet. There was nothing to be seen. However, Felicia, which is the one on your left, has formed in the eastern Pacific. It's about 1,300 miles west-southwest of the tip of Baja, and the U.S. Hurricane Center says that it's got a Category 2 strength, which means it has winds of about 100 miles per hour. And it's on a path that could take it to the Hawaiian Islands early next week. We'll keep an eye on that. Speaking of Baja, let's go to that as well. This is from the U.S. Geological Survey. There's a whole lot of shaking and rattling there. We've been talking about the earthquakes. This is the orange square. This is a 5.5 quake. It hit there early this morning. It was about 113 miles southeast of San Felipe in the Mexican state of Baja. No damage or injuries were immediately reported. And then further to the west, off the southern tip of the South Island of New Zealand, you can see it right there, the big orange square. That's a 6.1 earthquake that struck this morning. Again, no immediate report of damage or injuries. Happened at about 8:31 Greenwich Mean Time, about 80 miles west-southwest of Queenstown. And the first major typhoon of the season is expected to hit islands in the far southern part of Japan sometime by Friday.